Hey, what's up? In this video, I'm going to be talking about the elements of mixed voice. But real quick, before I jump in, if you're new to this channel, I just wanted to introduce myself real quick. My name is Tyler Wysong. I've been a vocal coach for the past decade, and I get to work with amazing people all over the world. I'm extremely passionate about the voice and about music. And for those of you who are regular viewers of this channel, I just wanted to say thanks so much for coming back. I love y'all. Let's go ahead, let's jump into this. What are the elements of mixed voice? You know, mixed voice has started to become a bit of a buzzword. There's so many videos on it now, which is great, but I think it's caused some confusion. So I wanted to give you what my take is of what the elements of a mixed voice are. And then I want to show you a few exercises so you can go about working on finding, but even building your mixed voice. Okay, so there are 4 elements that I'm going to talk about today. The first one is there is a purity to mixed voice, or a hollowness or a heady quality to it. It's not head voice, it's not falsetto, but there is a heady timbre to the mixed voice. Number 2 is it's fluid, it's liquid, it doesn't get stuck. You don't feel like all of a sudden you hit a ceiling. It can almost seem like there's no top to your voice. Avery Wilson is a great example of someone who doesn't seem like his voice will ever stop. And he's also a great example of somebody who uses mixed voice. Number 3 is flow phonation. If you're stuck in a pressed phonation like you're lifting a truck or like you're bench pressing at the gym, you will never actually get into the true mixed voice. You have to be in a flow phonation. There has to be adequate airflow and support. And number 4, there are these sparks, this shimmer or this buzziness, but it's a very particular buzziness. It's not the same kind of coarse buzz that you get in your speaking voice, especially for your lower voice males. It's different than that. The buzz has to become more smooth and refined, and it also migrates in placement. So usually when we're speaking, the buzz is kind of felt mouthy and to the front, or maybe even we feel stuff down here in our chest. But when you're in your mixed voice, that sound, the buzz and the voice is gonna migrate up this way into your head. Okay, so those are the elements. Those are some of the things to be thinking about. But now I wanna give you a few exercises and a few kind of like sequences that you can start doing to start training, building, or just getting better at your mixed voice. So the first thing is, let's isolate these kind of 2 polar extremes. So element number 1 is we need a little bit of that heady quality. So let's first of all just do something completely in falsetto. And I'm gonna bring that falsetto all the way down as low as I can. And I'm gonna ask myself, what am I noticing here? Well, it feels kind of hollow up in my head. There's not, it's got this pure, almost like sine wave-like sound. There's not a lot of buzz in that sound. There's not a lot of pressure. There is good flow in it though, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna get stuck. And my voice feels just way up here in my head. Now, the next thing is we need to find a buzz in the sound. So one of the things that you can start doing is this, one of my favorites, is this open mouth hum. So if you take your hand, this part of the hand, like the web of your hand, and I'm gonna put my mouth over it. So I'm finding this buzz, this resonance in my voice. And it feels like that ring is getting high up above my mouth. And that's one of the biggest challenges, is to sort that out. Because when you're stuck in your chest voice, the voice you used to speak with, or if you're just pressing really hard, it doesn't seem like the voice gets up above the mouth. It seems like a hey, hey, kind of stays down below here. And then everything starts to get really hard. Harder than it needs to be. And that's certainly not the way to go about developing or singing in your mixed voice. You gotta find this right trackway. So you could start combining these 2 things. We're gonna bring the falsetto all the way down, and then we're gonna do the hum on the way up. So it'll be like this. It's a really great exercise. We're taking advantage of range of motion, bringing that falsetto down, and then just going and trusting that you will stay on that right trackway. See that hum is going whoosh, It's popping up this way, but it's not breaking into falsetto. It is a connected sound. Okay, so this is the first key, is you need to learn to get that voice to pop up in your head without actually breaking. Let's do a few more. There you go. It doesn't feel hard. It feels very easy, but that sound carries like a rocket, but it feels so easy here in the throat. Mixed voice, baby. That's what we're talking about. Now, don't worry, I have another sequence that I'm gonna show you, because sometimes, like, what can happen is you might go up and you might go, and then you won't actually be in the mix. Potentially you landed in it, but then when you took the hand away, the coordination might fall apart. That's totally normal. You have to trust the process. There are no magic pills. There's no magic exercises. There's no 3 steps to fixing your mixed voice right now. I'll tell you something. If you really want to get good at this or at anything in general, it's usually going to take 10 times the amount of effort and 10 times the amount of time than you initially think. If you're willing to do that, nothing's going to ever be able to stop you. But it's the people who get going and they realize, oh man, this is harder than I thought, and then they quit. And who do they quit on? Themselves. Don't be that person. You can figure this out. You just got to keep going, and you got to keep doing the right types of exercises. So I want to give you another right type of exercise, because it is, although the semi-occlusions, the exercises with your mouth closed, are incredible, and I use them all the time. They're a huge part, especially in my mixed voice masterclass course, because they help to put the vocal cords in the right position. But you absolutely have to start figuring out how to do these things with your mouth open. So I want to give you another exercise here. And this is like a sequence, and this is going to help us find a narrowing with the tongue bulge. And this is going to help us find that kind of ring, but also purity at the same time. So first, what I want you to do is just make an E sound, and you're going to look for that E ring kind of at the very middle of your hard palate, but it perceptually seems like it gets above there, and almost seems like it's in the base of your nose or base of your nasal cavity. It's not, but it seems like it is. Let me show you. So it's really ringy. It seems almost like something could be in my nose, but when I pinch my nose, there's nothing actually in there. Tosi said the sound must always be in the nose, but the nose must never be in the sound. Why did you confuse us so much? But you know what? I think this is what he meant. There is a perception that the sound could be in the nose, but when you pinch it, it's not. That's what we're looking for. So that's that good kind of ring, which is different than just going, oh. You know, I know that's obviously an exaggeration, but if you try to go, oh, you're gonna get stuck, you see? So next what we're gonna do, we're gonna go from this E to an oo. Now the oo moves forward. It moves towards the alveolar ridge, or I call the pizza place, because if you bite pizza that's too hot, it burns you there. And I can't remember who I heard that from. It's been a while. I've called it the pizza place for a long time now, so I know I'm not giving credit to someone I should be. But anyhow, I heard that from someone and I love it. So right behind that alveolar ridge, when you go from E to oo, look for a locus of vibration in that territory. E, oo. The oo is actually, paradoxically, because it's a back vowel, pretty far forward. And then E, which is a front vowel, is felt further behind. It's interesting. Now, what we're gonna do, here's the sequence. We're gonna go from this oo, and then we're gonna keep these rounded oo lips, but we're gonna move the tongue back to E. It's like a French vowel, like a French mixed vowel. They also have this in German and other languages, like an umlaut type of vowel. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna close us down, it's gonna narrow us, it's gonna get us focused in the right place, but it's gonna keep the tongue bulge high so that when we go to an ah vowel, we're gonna have a little bit more of a beneficial narrowing from the tongue hump to the roof of the mouth. It's really hard to say, make a narrowing with your tongue and then just do it in the right spot. We need things that can guide us in the right direction. So that's why we do this sequence. So it's gonna be like this. Ooh, yeah. Almost choked on my spit. Let's do it again. I don't think I should cut that out. You people need to know that I don't do this perfect every single time, but let's do it again. Ooh, yeah. So now the ah is in a better place for me than how I would kind of vernacularly say ah. My ah that I speak with, it's gotten better. But if I just go with what I was raised with, it's not good for singing. It gets me stuck down here. It gets all this tongue tension involved, and it won't be very resonant. So if I take advantage of this sequence, it sets me up for the mixed voice. There you go. There you go, folks. If you just get your voice on this right track, on this mixed voice track, on this particular pathway, the sky is the limit. It just starts to feel like you're not gonna run out. It's amazing. Look, here's the thing though. Developing all this vocal technique is supposed to translate to singing. So if everything you're doing, everything you're building and working on is not helping you sing better, it could be you're in the early stages, but it could also be you haven't quite figured out how to do it properly yet. You might still be kind of stuck on the wrong trackway, on the wrong pathway. And a lot of times when people say, oh, there's no such thing as mixed voice, I'm like, that's because I'd not heard you singing it yet. And I don't say that to be mean. I say that truthfully. When you actually experience this, everybody is basically in unanimous agreement. Yes, there is something else happening. Regardless if you want to call it mixed voice or a thinner chest voice or whatever, you know, I personally think it is more advantageous to think of it as a mixed voice, especially for like a voice type like mine. I don't talk like a super high tenor, but I can sing like one. And that's because I use my mixed voice. Now, what you want to do is once you get up there, you got to start putting words and you got to sing on this pathway. 'Cause I just want to take someone else's holiday. Sometimes the grass is greener and someone else's sugar, someone else's sugar sweeter. Now, am I expressing into that? Yes. But am I pulling up my chest voice? No. If I was, that would not be possible. I'm in this above the mouth. It has a hollow component to it, heady component to it, but there's buzz in there. It feels up in the head. It's fluid. It doesn't feel like it's going to get stuck. It's the mixed voice. It's the only way I can sing stuff like that. And when you start getting on this trackway, and you start to, use exercises that help to develop this, and a lot of it is your perception and awareness of it, then all of a sudden it starts to, I don't want to say all of a sudden, over time, it starts to translate into singing actual songs. So if you're the kind of person who's looking for a systematic approach that's going to cover stuff like this, I made something for you. It's called the 4 Laws of Vocal Technique. This course is amazing. People are loving it all around the world, which I'm so grateful for. If you want to check that out, I have a link for you down below. It is on sale right now through the first week of February. Hey y'all, look, I think there's someone who needs to hear this. Keep going. Failure, or really temporary defeat, likes to trip you up right before you're about to have your biggest breakthrough. This year, why not speak life over yourself? Why not adopt the mindset and the belief that you can do, be, or have anything that you set your mind to? Let's make this year the best year yet. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give me a like. And if you haven't yet, make sure you hit subscribe to this channel. It's going to help you become the singer that you've always wanted to be, because you're going to be notified when I release videos just like this. Until next time.